Welcome back to PrivateEyeHealth.com. D. McSwine, the Southpaw. As you can see, I'm here shooting from my hotel spot in Norfolk, Virginia. We have a lecture here tomorrow. Myself, Lennon Honor, Tahuti Ma'atra, will be going in at Newport News. In Newport News, we will be going in on different subjects. Myself and Tahuti, I'll be touching on health, and Tahuti will probably deal with life stuff, and Lennon will do his thing with personal relationships. The title of this video is, as you can see I got a sexual transmutation. What is that about? When you are trying to do things, or when you read a lot. I ain't been reading. I kind of fell off my square as of recent, as far as the reading as much as I should be reading. But when you read, you tend to pick up information regardless of whether you want to or not. You tend to pick up things. That's why it's always important that you read. And through my readings, I came to learn about the sexual transmutation a few years ago. And as the years kind of went along, I felt I started to see just different people, the lives of be affected one way or the other through the sexual transmutation and through the way people behave. And what I realized is, man, if you could master and you could apply the sexual transmutation to your life, it would probably pay you big dividends. That's probably the real reason why people are not getting it like they should be getting money like they should be getting money. And it's also the reason why people usually don't become successful up until they're in their like 40s or 50s. And I learned that from Napoleon Hill, the book Think and Grow Rich. But Think and Grow Rich. But I watched the videos. You can see his videos on YouTube, or just type in sexual transmutation. It should come up. But what is that all about, man? What is sexual? Basically, sexual transmutation is basically taking all of your energy that you have on sex. People are not really doing what they should be doing in life because they taking all their energy and they focusing on, getting rocks off with individuals. That because that sex energy, you think about it, you put a lot into trying to date somebody. It's money going into date. Now I gotta pay gas, I gotta buy clothes, I gotta get my hair cut, I gotta if you're a woman, you gotta get the dress, you gotta do all of that. And now if you're the dude, you gotta put bread out there. You gotta peel off, and you gotta pay. Depending on the kind of dude you are, you might be going where you pay 50-50. Let's be real, man. Most chicks ain't out here like that. They need you to pay. But you gotta go and spend a lot of money. That's just one aspect. So that right there is energy gone. Okay, whether it's in the form of money, whether it's in the form of you looking for clothes, whether it's in the form of you going to get haircuts, whether it's in the form of gasoline, it's still energy wasted. Not wasted, but it's energy spent. And then you got text messages. Now you taking time off of your life where you could be doing something. You texting, or you on the phone, you trying to butter the situation up, you going ham, doing what you need to do. Then you visualizing like, man, I gotta hit that, man, I need to have her screaming, or oh girl, I need him doing this. So you got a lot of stuff where you spending a whole bunch of energy. What could you do with all the energy had you put it into your goal, instead of worried about busting nuts and just knocking this one off and that one off? And I'm not saying that I wasn't a part of that, but I would try to, if you're gonna see me out here, I'm gonna at least try to be in something beneficial. Whereas I'm not gonna be wilding out with every different chick I see. I've never been like that anyway. I usually try to balance myself. But you had them times, especially playing ball across them waters, man. You in Venezuela, you in Dominican, you in Puerto Rico, you in Mexico, you in Europe. You already know. You see the TV. You know what's going down. So, but at the same time, I saw a lot of guys fall off because when they was hooping, they would be just draining themselves, focusing on that. You spend a lot of time clubbing, trying to get this chick home. That, you hit me up like, man, let's go out, let's get it. I'm like, man, I can't do it, bro. I'm skunked, man. I'm skunked from practice. I can't do it. And I found that when I took that energy and I focused on the game and I was in bed at night, I rest I had my good rest. That was like during that time in Yugoslavia, man. I had some of my greatest seasons. I mean, really winning championships, winning most valuable player awards. But so basically, the sexual transmutation thing is you take energy that you would spend on sex and you put it into your craft or your whatever it is that you're doing, whatever you want out of life. You take that energy and you put it there. And by doing that, you're going to prepare yourself a lot quicker. Again, just like I told you at the beginning of the video, this is the reason why they say most people become successful, primarily men in their mid 40s, 50s, because they don't have all that sex energy that they had when they were 20, 25, 30, early 30s, mid 30s. They don't have that energy, so now they can concentrate and start to do what they need to do and get to what they need to get in life. But if you was to take that energy right now and you were young, you could make it happen right now. You wouldn't even need to worry about waiting until you 50 or 60 to become a millionaire. Let's enjoy life right now. Same thing, women, men, it's all the same. So when you think about, because you're like, well, what is this transmutation? Transmuting is like changing from one nature or substance to another. Okay, so I'm taking this energy here and I'm making it, I'm using it for something else. So that's all transmuting is doing. You think about mutant or mutate, it's you change your forms. When you see a mutant, you're like, damn, he changed. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they change forms. They talking turtles. They were human beings, but now they turtles. Mutate. So transmuting is taking something and putting it from one form to the next form. I'm transferring this energy from here to here. I'm putting it in something else. Okay. And then when you think about transmitting is I'm going to take something and allow it to pass from one place to the other. Sexually transmitted diseases, I'm going to take it from you and I'm going to give it to her. Or I'm going to take it from her and I'm going to give it to him. That's transmitting. You transmitting diseases. You transmitting gonorrhea, herpes, whatever it is that you have. Sexually transmitted disease. And that's the problem. Most of you focus on transmitting instead of transmutation. So you got to focus on transmutation and not transmitting. Because that's what most people do. I mean, really. So you got to take that energy and you got to bottle that up and put it into yourself, because it's a lot of energy. Like I said, you waste a lot of visualizing, like, man, I need to have her screaming, man, I gotta hit that. Like, you think about it. That's what gets you rock hard. And even women, you get moist or whatever, because you like, man, I want him to do this. But it's like, man, that's waste of energy. Put that same energy into whatever it is that you're trying to do in life, and man, watch how fast you fly. Think about, I always use the example, guys like LeBron James and Kobe. I'm not saying that they don't get it in or they didn't get it in, but when you think about a guy like Kobe compared to the average player, what you'll find is that they're going to put most of their energy into the game. As a result, they attract everything else. So they put the energy, they take that sexual they transmute that energy from women to basketball. And I know Kobe, things happen with Kobe and all that, but what I'm saying is you got to put a lot of time into the game of basketball to get where he's gotten. Same thing with LeBron. These guys, they live the game. When you take that energy and you put it into something else, you have that lasting longevity, and that stuff that you wanted, it comes to you anyway. It kind of comes to you anyway. So I mean, it is what it is in that aspect. It is what it is. I mean, again, sexual transmutation, you have to really start thinking about that. I remember when I was, who was it? One of them dudes from the Wu-Tang Clan. I think it was RZA. He was like, man, he just kind of fell back on dealing with the women for a while. 6 months, a year, somewhere between 6 months and 2 years. And he said that was a time of his life as far as growing and doing what he needed to do in his career. It's just energy that you don't have to. Now, I'm not suggesting that you go off and live like a monk and do all this, but what I'm saying is Try to take that energy and put it into something else. You're gonna have guaranteed results. Your results will be guaranteed. I'm not suggesting that you suppress, but what I'm saying is take the energy and put it into something else. Instead of focusing on going out on a date every week, go once a month. Take that energy and put it into yourself or to your career and watch how, because it's a lot of energy. I mean, it's natural for human beings to want to be, touched and feel the comfort and all that, the joys of another individual, opposite sex. I mean, if you gay, then that's what you do. But the point is you gotta start taking that energy. That's why you're not where you need to be. That's one of the biggest reasons. You worried about other stuff, man. It's too much energy going into the club. It's too much energy going into pornos. It's too much energy going into, man, let me text old girl, or let me call him, let me see what he doing, or it's too much energy. You can still do it, but I'm saying, like, keep that shit to a minimum. Keep it to a minimum, then you start getting that cash flow, start getting the money, and when you get that money, all the other stuff gonna come anyway. If you spiritually sound, that's a whole nother. So yeah, take that energy and build your spirit up. You ain't nothing but a spirit being anyway, having a human experience. So take that money. Just take that energy and build your spirit up. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, take the sex energy and build yourself up. That's all I'm saying. D-Mix Wine at Private Eye Hell. Thanks for watching.